Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Today's article has to do with some numbers, and those numbers will be regarding the total missiles used by the Russian military during the invasion, according to the Ukrainian side. I don't know how much the Russian foreign minister would report, but nevertheless, we go with what we have. I wonder how the Ukrainian side has the information so to be so accurate, or at least about. And I will read you the numbers, and you tell me if that's a lot or not for 2 months. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. As I mentioned before in previous videos, a lot of news appear on my news feed without even looking for them from Ukraine, but like Ukrainian outlets, news outlets. It's very interesting how they are picked and diverted by our media, or the outlets here allow these Ukrainian outlets to be on, for instance, Yahoo. But nevertheless, it's not. It's they try to give us all the information we can get from that side, which is fine. Uh, so this is the title. This is an article from April 30th, and the title reads: Russian invaders launch over 1,300 missiles worth $7.5 billion against Ukraine. $7.5 billion, that's a lot. 1,300 missiles. Okay. And if it's 1,300 missiles in 2 months, obviously that would get you to what, 650 missiles a month. So if that's the case, that's a lot. And then in a previous report, or Mr. Zelensky reported, I don't know how, but how he knows that he has access to the Russian missile stockpile. He stated that most of the Russian missiles were used by the Russians in the invasion, and so most, but many more remain. So if you say most, I would agree. I would think that about most would be at least 90%. 80% would not most. 90% and up is most. So if we try to figure the how many more missiles the Russians have, we can calculate according to the number provided here, and with the president of Ukraine Zelensky's claims. So if, let's say, 1,300 missiles were used, and let's say those are most, let's say that's 90% out of the total. So let's say 10% of 1,300 would be 130. So because it's not from our 130, which is not 100%, we will be, let's say, 130, 1,300 plus 130. So there would be 1,430 missiles. That is the total, but more than that, because 130 is not 10% out of the total. It's 10% out of 1,300. So then we get to about, let's say, 1,500. 1,500. So that means they have 200 more uh, missiles in stockpile, the Russians. So 200. So 1,300 were used 2 months. All right, that means 650 were used in 1 month. That means the 200 will be used in about a week and a half. So that means by the 15th, at the most, the 15th of May, Russia should run out of missiles, according to all these easy calculations, right? Um, According to what they say. So remember, Russia should run out definitely by next month, which is May 15th, according to this. About. because I said 90% uh, most, but could be 95, could be 85%. But they also give us the exact name and the number of each missile used by Russia, which is very, very interesting. It's very accurate. I wonder how they know that. But all right, nevertheless, let's go on. So the invaders, which is the Russian army here, launched 235 Kalibr missiles. In total, 62% launches were carried out with the use of Iskander missiles, 30% with X-101 missiles, and 8% with Toka or Tocha U missiles. According to Forbes, the cost of a Tocha U is estimated at $300,000, while the cost of Kalibr is $6.5 million, according to the terms of a Russian export contract with India in 2006. So 2006, now it's 2022. So so the price might I mean the adjusted for inflation, maybe production being more. I don't know if that probably should be higher. It says here at the same time, X-101 missiles are more modern and may be much more expensive than Kalibr. Now, obviously, I'm assuming that the Russian military, the Russian war industry, they produce these weapons. So, if they, their stock gets depleted, they are still bringing some more rockets from their factories. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be in order to support the use of them, of the missiles. But nevertheless, by May 15th, the Russians should run out of missiles. And that's a lot of money, $7.5 billion in missiles. So then what are you going to do? Go to plan B, use a different kind of missiles that you have in stock? Or if you know what I mean. We'll see. I don't think so, but it depends what NATO does. Because it's obviously between NATO and Russia. It's always been between NATO and Russia, in my assessment. And Ukraine was just, the reason that sparked the whole thing. It would have happened sooner or later. But nevertheless, that's a lot of missiles. We'll find out. The invaders would run out of ammunition and, tanks. Didn't say anything about tanks and airplanes, warplanes, fighter jets, and missiles. Well, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment. We got much more.